So here we are. There was only one correct move for white. And if you knew how the zone is called, you could have also answered this. So what is the name of the zone, and especially what is the only right winning move for white, Carsten?
Rauser's drawing zone, after the Soviet theoretist Wesselward Rauser. This is in deep detail given also by Averbach in his famous Endgame work on minor piece endgames. He also gives quotes from the original sources. Yeah, and it's a bit confusing, I have to admit. The green zone is called Rauser's drawing zone, but the guideline is if the defending king cannot get into the zone, then the attacker always wins. This is a bit confusing, yeah?
A little.
But okay, but I cannot. It is as it is. It
yeah.
is called Rauser's drawing zone, and we should stick. We should just stick with it. So if the defending king cannot take directly the bishop or the pawn and draw directly or come directly back to the green zone, the attacker is always winning. This has no exception, and Rauser proved it, and this is the reason why it's named after him. Okay, when the defending king can get into the zone, it's of course not automatically a draw. This is wrong, of course. If the defending king is on a8 and white plays king takes h4, then white wins. It doesn't matter that the king is in the drawing zone.
Okay.
It is only drawn when the defending king is in the drawing zone and can reach the saving h8 corner in time.
Okay.
And of course, this can be made even more precise, but then it gets very difficult and deep details, and I don't want to go there. But if white plays bishop g2, then it's a draw, because now black's king is in time, threatening king e5 into the zone, threatening king f6 into the zone, or king g6 into the zone, and one of these threats is now executed. And when the king is in the safe h8 corner, it's always a draw, of course. Then it gets trivial. When the king is, of course, on a8 and white's king on c8, then it's a draw, but more precision is needed, of course, from the defending king.
So the only white move in this way was bishop to d3. And I love the example here, how this is actually working out.
Yeah, this is the only way to stop the black's king coming to Rauser's drawing zone. Timman does it very well. Now the king comes, the bishop must protect the pawn, and now the black's king cannot reach Rauser's drawing zone. And yeah, important is that it's not the upper half of the board, because h6, g5 and h5 are insufficient. And this is most important for practical play, how to win then. Yeah. Black doesn't get any further. This is always winning. And Timman executes it very well. The king has to give way. Yeah, and now comes the next maneuver. Bishop to f1. Yeah, and if you attack, then I can give the bishop and win.
That's easy.
And if you play king f4, you are in Zug, Zwang, and king g5 will win.
Really, really cool. It reminds me a little bit of the knight and bishop checkmate pattern, sometimes where the king is going inside and then you have to lure him out again to the other side.
Yeah, and this you should know, and this is a typical win when black's king is outside of Rauser's drawing zone. And you should go here, and maybe also go if black's king is on a3 or a4 and cut out of the drawing zone, and how to win then. This is much more difficult and much longer. But it was here a few moves before, and Timman managed to convert, and you should be able to do the same, but then more technique is needed to stop. And an important guideline is that black's king shouldn't be able to come back to Rauser's drawing zone.
One last advice. If you ever have a position like this over the board, don't take out a green marker and mark all the Rauser zone. It's working without. You just have to remember this. So there's a white bishop hanging, and it is black's turn and black has only one move to win. Well, you might think this is pretty obvious and clear, but there's a lot of candidates, and it's actually pretty beautiful, right?
Yeah, and there's only one way to win. Pavel Elyanov found it, so I advise you to take a board and to do the same. And yeah, either you find it directly or you have to eliminate many false tries. Good luck.